This is Bruce for Ola Prime taking a look at the euro dollar, Bitcoin, and the pound yen. Starting with the euro dollar. So this rise seems to be getting tired, and we have a potential double top along with a rising consolidation pattern. And as we go into the 4 hour, we can see this a little more clearly. It's starting to show not starting to show, it is showing a bearish divergence here on the relative strength index, showing upward momentum is diminishing, and this is going to potentially turn back over uh, if there is a drop below this low right here. So 1.0860 would indicate the possibility that but the price may be pulling back a bit, at least maybe down to the beginning of this formation down here at a minimum, possibly a 1.0766, and maybe to the 38.2% retracement around 1.07. This is not an expectation of a longer term reversal, just a pullback from this recent rally. Moving on to Bitcoin. So we've been watching resistance around the 200 blue moving average, and now the 20 moving average on the daily has also converged around the same price zone. And I believe I spoke a little bit about this maybe last week when they come together like that, it gives us a potentially more significant pivot level, and we may start to see that now. We see the beginning of it because we have approximately 2 week high or so, and it looks like there's going to be Bitcoin will stay above this 20 moving average, possibly the purple. And if it does, then it should be on its way to test higher levels. First, it has to get above this trend line. That's a minor trend line, so I'm going to remove that for now. And so the first target zone is around 89,127 up to about 89,542, which is from this neckline of this double top pattern. Notice that there is a declining channel drawn here with this top line here and the bottom line. And these bottoms here found support around the bottom of the channel. The line was already established with this low right here. Also, there is the higher target, which is the 50 moving average, which is coming down to potentially merge with this price zone down here, but it depends on how fast price rises, if it does keep rising. And that 50 is around 91,913. So that's also a potentially significant resistance zone to watch because, particularly since it's converged with the trend line, it tells us, and the way I look at it anyway, it's giving some confidence to this trend channel and therefore potential resistance, at least on the initial approach, around the 50 moving average. And of course, that price level is dropping. And then we also have a small ABCD pattern here, something like this, which also confirms this first target zone right here. Okay. And so that's on Bitcoin. And then on the pound yen, had the upside breakout that I talked about last week sometime, or maybe the week before. I can't remember now, but it surpassed a couple initial targets, then it hit a higher target, and then created this topping formation to kind of turn back down. But that can be seen a little more clearly on the daily chart here because on Tuesday there's a shooting star candlestick pattern, which is a bearish pattern, and it happened to occur around resistance of the 200 moving average. There was a daily close below the 200 moving average, and there was also a failed breakout of the 61.8% retracement before resistance was seen around this previous interim swing high here. So it wouldn't be surprised. And there was an extreme, we could say that it got I got a little ahead of itself by the relationship with this parallel trend channel. Now that we see what's happened, that seems to possibly be the case, and therefore, move down to this 38.2% retracement seems to be a minimum possible at this point. And you can see the second day, the trigger day, also was very bearish too. So probably more downside in the pound yen to go. All right, that is it for today. Have a great rest of the week.